Hey ladies and dudes, this is Rebecca Lynn Barkley, aka BooBop197. This is my review for a day. And today's review, ladies and dudes, well, here we are. We're finally here. It's been 5 long years for me that I finally became BooBop197 and I finally got my own channel on YouTube. It's been 5 long years ago, ladies and dudes. 5 long frickin' years. I just can't believe it. It all happened on August the 28th, 2011. It's been 5 long years, and it all happened on a Sunday. Yep, as you may know, a long time ago, I lost my old channel called Barkley1987. I had so many slideshow videos for so many years, and I do have a few webcam videos here and there, but sadly I lost my old channel Barkley1987 because one of my videos got copyrighted, and then I got really upset about it. But then 2 days later, I decided to redo it and try to start over again. Try to make up a new name and well, a whole lot of stuff here and there. So yep, it's been 5 long years. I lost my old one and I decided to have a new one. And now we are here 5 years later. And I guess everybody wants to know is what kind of video that I really want to do for my 5th anniversary. Well, ladies and dudes, I decided to do it right now. I'm going ahead to do my next movie review. And this movie review I want to do for today is one of my favorite comedy films of all time. But truly one of the most underrated comedy films of all time. And that movie review I want to do is Weekend at Bernie's. One of the last and final movies that came from in the 80s. I'm not sure which movie became the last and final one that came from the 80s, from 1989. That's the day when it came out. But I know it didn't do so well at the box office. I'm sure it has negative comments from a couple of movie reviewers. But then later on in the future, this movie did have a strong cult following. And to me, I fell in love with this movie. I'll never forget when I was 13 years old, I sat down and watched it. This is a really good movie to watch. So, anyway, without further ado, ladies and dudes, here is my movie review number 81 called Weekend at Bernie's. And to cut the plot nice and short for all of you, it's a story about these two dudes who worked at some type of business named Richard and Larry. They got a call from their boss, Bernie, and Bernie told them to spend time with him for only 3 days and 3 days only at this big giant house of his at some Hampton Island place, just to spend time with him for the weekend, having a day off and all that stuff. But then later on the story, Richard and Larry found out that their boss had died for some unknown reason, and they have no idea who the heck killed Bernie. And that's all I could say about the main plot of the story. And I guess everybody wants to know is, what the heck do I think about Weekend at Bernie's? Well, to tell you the truth is, ladies and dudes, this is one of my favorite comedy movies of all time. I mean, this movie really did blew me away. With its great storyline, likable characters, I love the theme song. Some like it hot, some like it cold. I love the cinematography of the film. It has really fantastic jokes, like some funniness here and there. It's hard for me to say. So anyway, I'll go on to my strongest points and the weakest points of Weekend at Bernie's. I will say the strongest point for this movie is definitely the party scene. I freaking love the party scene. I love all the things that's going on in Bernie's house. There was a whole lot of people that came by in his house to have this awkward party that we have never seen before. You know, people talking, there are some muscle people and girls with swimsuits and maybe some models and maybe a weirdo drunk guy who's drinking too much and a funny dude with the glasses like he's some type of fashion model. I mean, there's a whole lot of people in that really cool scene. I will say the party scene was definitely the best point about the movie, and there's a whole lot of stuff going on here and there in that scene. So I will say the party scene is truly the strongest point in the movie. And as for the weakest points in the movie, I guess there were too much scenes going on here and there where people were smoking cigarettes, and I don't like a part where there's too many scenes here and there where people are smoking evil cigarettes. You know, it's bad for them, it's ruining their health, and they have no idea if they're going to get endangered and all that stuff. So yeah, I hate smoking. It's a terrible disease. Ugh. I don't want to smoke those ugly things one bit, and it makes me want to throw up. If you guys get the story. So that's all I could say about people smoking cigarettes. That's the biggest, weakest point of the movie. And now let's go on to the characters of the movie. I'll go with the three good characters I really do care about in this film. One, we got Richard and Larry. I know there's one actor who's continuing on acting while the other wasn't there much. But I really love Richard and Larry. They were one of the best characters in the whole entire movie. I really love their character development and chemistry, and they had so many funny things going on here and there in the movie, and they have no idea what to do with Bernie. It was so darn funny. They were so darn hilarious. And I love the part where, you know, they get along and try to work things out and all that stuff. But yeah, Richard and Larry are pretty good characters. And as for Bernie, he's just Bernie. Well, I remember the first half of the movie he did live, and he had a whole lot of conversations with his group and all that stuff. You remember the dinner scene? Well, if you remember that dinner scene from Weekend at Bernie's, you'll find out what I was talking about, but hard for me to say. Yeah, in the first half he lives, but in around the half of the first half and the second half, he's just dead. He can't talk, he can't speak, and there's just a whole lot of craziness here and there about this guy. It's really hard for me to say. So, I guess I don't have much things to say about this movie, so I'll go ahead and tell you about my final thoughts of Weekend at Bernie's. Overall, Weekend at Bernie's is such a good movie. It's one of the best comedy films of all time. Please check out this movie to believe it, because this movie had a really good storyline, has great characters, has great comedy moments here and there, has a good party scene. I love the cinematography, I love the theme song, Some Like It Hot, Some Like It Cold. And this movie will truly blow you away big time. So for my rating for this movie, I decided to give this movie a 9 out of 10. It's a good movie to watch. Please check out Weekend at Bernie's to believe it. And this is going to be my most quickest movie review I did so far, so I give myself high points for that. And that's it. That's my whole entire movie review of Weekend at Bernie's, and I want to make a toast for all of you. Cheers for all the videos that I did so far, like movie reviews, top 10 or 5 lists, quick videos, bloopers, short videos, well, you name it. And I want to thank you guys for supporting me and caring about all the videos that I did. If I made some mistakes here and there, you guys are family to me. I I do appreciate all the comments that you gave me. I just want the positives, no negatives. And I did the best I could to make a good speech to all of you. So here's to all of you. I love you guys. And join me next time for my next videos to come. You know, my next movie reviews, I will do Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I gotta get going on Crimson Peak somehow. Please, no third person. And I gotta get going to see the next movie of A Monster's Call. I can't wait to see that movie. It's gonna be epic. So, I'll see you guys later. Sayonara. And today is my 5th anniversary. So, sayonara.